All rise.
You may be seated.
Your Honor, the case before this court is a divorce case in the matter of Halima Hassan and John Maina. Mrs. Halima files for a divorce and full custody of their son. And Mr. Maina also files for full custody of the same said son.
Appreciated.
Welcome.
Mrs. Salima,
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Maina,
Yes, Your Honor.
how are you guys doing?
We're doing
fine,
fine.
Your
Your
I
Honor.
understand you've been married for the last 3 years,
Yes.
Your Honor.
but today we're here sadly to settle a divorce case after 3 years together.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's going on?
Well,
Halima,
Your Honor, I really don't know. I guess I didn't know the type of man he was when I first met him. Sikujua kama na wakakitu kenye akafai. That's why I came here to file for a divorce case.
oh, Mr. Maina,
Your Honor.
when you say ukujua ama mtu mwenye wamuoa afai, that means you didn't know what type of a man he was when you were marrying him, or you married a man of a who you think was different by then?
Well, I didn't know the type of man he was until we got married.
You lived with him and got to start knowing him. So what has changed? What happened?
Well, this man, I can't just explain it.
Ulipomwoa alikuwaje?
The first time I
Yenye
married
wasema
him,
amebadilisha.
well, he was kind, he was loving. Yani alikuwa dume kweli. Toto si toto. But for now, until we got married and he started lazing around like a foolish man.
Your Honor, that is a lie.
I'm not saying, Your Honor. What I'm saying is the truth. When was the last time that you went to work?
Last week.
Excuse, Halima, please. Mr. Maina, you say it's a lie. Bring it to me.
Yes, Your Honor, that is a lie. You see, I lost
Explain.
my
I'm
job
not
a few
lying,
months
Your
ago,
Honor.
and
What I'm saying is the truth. When was the last time
truth?
that you went to work?
last week.
Last week? Last week indeed. I don't mean a job interview, a real job.
Your Honor, I lost my job almost a year ago, but that doesn't mean that I haven't been supporting my family. I have, Your Honor.
Order, Halima. Please slow down for me. Mr. Maina, you say that doesn't mean that you're not supporting your family.
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. How have you been supporting your family if you
Exactly.
don't have a job?
Tell us how.
Your Honor,
Yes, talk
you
to
see,
me.
I've been hustling here and there just like any other unemployed man.
Ha!
The reason
That's
why
indeed.
the reason why I can't do enough is because I'm at home with our son while she's out at work, Your Honor.
So Halima is the one who's working in the house?
I'm providing for the family too, Your
Your
Honor.
Honor, I think the right word here is she has a steady job for the moment because I also provide for my family. Only that what I give Your Honor is little compared to us.
What do you provide? You are not even ashamed of yourself.
Wewe.
That you
No,
provide.
Wewe,
Unaleta nini wewe?
wewe usiniambie wewe, usilete mchezo.
Hey,
No,
hey.
we should have lanes here, Your Honor. We should have lanes here.
Family
Which
matters,
lines?
family matters.
Order, excuse me. Halima, give him time to explain himself. And also, Mr. Maina, please, let's go a step at a time. Mrs. Halima, so you're the one who's working and providing for the family. You're the one who's running the family?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. Come to Mr. Maina. You say you're not working, but you're supporting the family.
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. But if for you working, providing for the family is working, why haven't you thought maybe get a house help? Because I see you really hold on bringing up the son as a reason why you don't go to work. Why don't you why don't you have a house help or somebody to take care of the child so that he may also get himself the steady job? Halima, you look at your husband like you're accusing, and you seem to be guilty of some kind.
Your Honor,
Please,
I
somebody
think
explain.
he has the better explanation.
He has the better explanation. Mr. Maina, it's up to you now to explain.
Okay, Your Honor, the reason as to why she is reacting as to like that is a while back, we had an incident in our house where our nanny collapsed as she was doing her house chores. Your Honor, honestly, I was confused. I did not know what to do, Your Honor. So I ended up giving her a
Confused indeed.
mouth two mouths, and that's when she came in and found us, Your Honor.
Order.
Hello.
Mr. Maina, what did you do?
Your Honor, I know how it sounds, but it's not what it sounds like, Your Honor.
Madogo
What do you mean it's not what it sounds like when your wife finds you with the house girl, mouth to mouth?
Your Honor, you see, it was something that had happened, and she then thought
What
I was
happened
cheating
apart
on
from
her.
disrespecting your wife?
No.
What else happened here?
Your Honor, it was an accident.
An accident.
Of course, Your Honor.
Mr. Maina, surely you got a story to tell.
Yeah.
We won't expand on that.
Your Honor, so she thought I was cheating on her.
Thought.
She never gave me the opportunity to explain myself, so up to
Explain
date,
what? What do
we
you have to
have
explain?
never solved the case, Your Honor.
Mr. Maina, what are you to explain to your wife after finding you in such a compromising position with the house help?
Your Honor,
So that's how you lost your house help?
Yes, Your Honor.
You fired her?
Exactly.
And since then, and after that,
Well,
the consequence, they took its course and Mr. Maina got fired. He had to take care of your child.
well, what he's saying is not the truth. I caught him red-handed, lying on top of a girl kissing.
Unasema
Yani
nini
mwanaume
wewe?
namlisha,
Your-
namvisha,
your-
namweka
your
kwa nyumba
honor,
yangu.
that
Then
is
he's
a lie.
cheating with my housewife.
she's
How?
lying, Your Honor. She's lying
Yani
in front
madharau
of the
gani
court.
anionyesha kwa nyumba yangu?
Mr. Maina, you already accepted to this court that you did it. So instead of you going look for a job when your wife is busy working, trying to find a way of providing to the family, you are busy being Mr. Romeo. Playing Mr. Romeo. Excuse me, court, I didn't ask for all those names.
Don't need them.
Okay. Yeah, so Miss Halima, you found your husband and you believe he was cheating?
Exactly, Your Honor.
You
Because of
hold,
what I saw.
you still hold it was a cheat?
Of course, Your Honor.
No. Is that the only reason why you'd be seeking for a divorce?
Yes, Your Honor. That and many more other reasons. that
Many
it
more
comes from
other
with.
reasons. What other reasons?
Order, Mr. Maina. Okay, please, Miss Halima, can you explain many other reasons?
Your Honor, this man is a drunkard. He always comes home late, shouting yeli. Yani anapigia watu makelele.
Your
as if
Honor,
anajua kutoa
Your
taarifa.
Order,
Honor.
Mr. Maina, can you let her talk? I'll let you talk at your time.
Your Honor, that
Mr. Maina, let her talk. I'll let you talk at your time. Halima.
Yes, Your Honor. When he comes home drunk, he starts yelling, shouting. Yani naletewa makesi kila siku, mwanaume wako, mwanaume wako.
Your
Mwanamke-
Honor.
Mwanaume ninayemlisha huyu ananiletea madharau hivi kwa plot, watu wananidharau.
Your Honor,
He's
that
not
is
even
a lie.
ashamed of himself.
That was the day I lost my job, Your Honor. That was the day I lost my job.
So
I was
what?
stressed,
Order.
depressed, and I did
So-
not know what to
so
do.
it's-
Everything is
Order,
job,
Halima,
job,
please.
job.
Order, Halima. So it's not an occurrence, it's something that he's done once?
Of course.
Yes.
Kwa hivyo alifanya mara moja na
Not
ukaletewa
only once,
makesi.
Your Honor. Here is a notice.
Hebu subiri kidogo Halima, naomba. Kwa hivyo alifanya ukaletewa makesi. Wewe unasema it's because that's the day you lost your job.
It's a lie, Your Honor.
I'm
That's
not
a
lying,
very
Your
big and
Honor.
terrible lie.
Your Honor, here is
Can we be on the same page
Your Honor,
here?
here's a
Can
notice
we
that
be
you are
on the
in.
same page? If you push too hard, I'm not even going to look at your evidence.
Okay, Your Honor.
Order, please. Mr. Maina, you say that's the day you lost your job and that's why you misbehaved in the whole neighborhood?
Oh, maybe yes.
Not maybe. Explain. Let me hear from you. What's going on?
Your Honor, the first thing she said was just a very big and terrible lie, Your Honor.
I'm not lying, Your Honor.
Let him speak.
You see, Your Honor, that was the day that I lost my job. I was depressed and stressed, Your Honor. I just did not know what to do, Your Honor.
Your Honor, he always complains about job.
Let him speak.
That is all, Your Honor.
So this day you wanted everybody to feel your pain of losing your job and you had to drink to get courage to get misbehaving.
Not necessarily. I was just stressed and depressed.
Halima, come speak now. What were you saying, madam?
Your Honor, what is all saying is not the truth. And I'm not lying. What I'm telling you is the truth. Here is a notice that you are issued. The last time he came home drunk.
Let me see this.
Again, Your Honor, that is the day that I lost my
Let me
job.
see what she got. Okay. Okay, so this is a complaint
Yes.
filed, and even it's got an OB number. That means it was supposed to be a police case.
Again,
However,
that was when I lost my job, Your Honor. I was stressed and depressed, like
people
I
have
said
lost
earlier.
jobs, Mr. Minor. It's only when you lost your job you decided it's a nightmare for everybody, didn't you?
No.
Your
I see.
Honor, what he always does
So
is
you
to
caused,
complain.
you caused a problem in the whole community, made everybody know and feel the pain of you losing the job, and you ended up fighting with the gate man.
Your Honor, I agree to that.
What happened between you and the gate man?
I agree to that. We had a disagreement, yes, but I later apologized to the guy, Your Honor. And
You
right
did?
now, we are the very best of friends. He even sits and watches over my house and my son when he's asleep during the day, as
What?
I sneak out to go and run some errands, Your Honor.
Kwa hiyo mtoto wangu umekuwa ukiachia gate man, my own son.
Mtoto
Let I
pia
feed
ni
you.
wangu.
Na
Order.
kulisha
I have a
mtoto
right to
nyumbani.
do whatever I
Order,
want.
order, please.
I have a right to do whatever I want.
Can we have one quote here, please? So, this very child you're looking for custody is the one you leave the gate man responsible.
Yes, Your Honor, as I go to run some errands.
Well, I may understand you. As a man, you got to do some errands and you got to do what you got to do. Mr. Mena, I'm still thinking of you. So does the gate man have the key to the house, or he just watches if he hears? So if for any chance, I don't know whether it's ever happened, if the kid happens to wake up, how did you say the child is?
I leave him the key to the house. So that
Oh,
can
he has the
watch.
key to the house.
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes, Your Honor. It's
You
my
can't be
place.
serious.
It's my
Yaani
house.
It's okay.
unaachia
Alima,
Uthman
It's
Alima.
my
Alima
house
wangu.
after all. I can do
Alima.
whatever I
Your
want.
house. Are you paying the rent?
Alima,
Hey.
order. Please order. So you do leave your gate man
Yes.
with the key to your house,
Yes, Your Honor.
and this was not to the knowledge of your wife.
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately, yes.
Or
Not even
fortunately.
ashamed.
And that's how you plan to bring up the child if you're given full custody?
No, not necessarily, Your Honor. I will do much better.
And again, Your Honor, when he's drunk, he starts yelling at anyone that comes across him. Yeye hajali ni nani mwenye yuko mbele yake, yeye anapiga tu kelele.
Your Honor,
There
that-
was a time he was
Mr.
yelling
Minor,
at
when
me.
I was talking to you, Shahido, if you looked away and wouldn't speak, let her speak. Alima.
There was a time he starts yelling and shouting at me, akiniita majina, sijui nini, mi sifai.
Your Honor,
Wakati-
that's a lie.
Mr.
Wait,
Minor?
first. He
Please.
didn't even care. My son was there just looking at his father, the way he's shouting at me. Until today, it took my son a whole week without talking to his dad. Sasa huyu ni mwanaume gani nimweke kwa nyumbani?
Again.
Aliofishwa na babake bila piga kelele.
Again, Your Honor, that was the day when I lost my job. I mean, why don't you tell the court
Why
all
do
that
you
I
only
do now?
complain about job?
Why don't you tell them all that I do now?
What have you done?
Your Honor.
Order, Alima, Mr. Minor, why does she have to tell you and it's your story? Tell us
Your
what
Honor,
to do now.
I agree to it that I did a lot of bad things months after I lost my job. Your Honor, it is my duty as a man to provide for my family. So when my wife does everything and I think I can't help, I started getting this feeling that she may start becoming bossy at me.
Why
Your
would
Honor,
you feel that?
I agree to it that I tried being angry and sometimes raising my voice in order to regain dominance in my house. But all this, Your Honor, changed the day my son saw me as a monster. I have since changed, Your Honor, and to date, my son sees me as a superhero, Your Honor.
Ah, hello, superhero indeed. As if he knew. I wish he knew who you are. The type of man you are, a coward, useless.
Wewe,
Order,
tuheshimiane
You're
na
not here
unasikia?
for insults.
Tuheshimiane.
Excuse.
Tuheshimiane, unasikia?
Order,
Tuheshimiane,
Mr.
unasikia?
Minor. Order, Minor.
Namheshimu.
Mr. Minor, the way to be a superhero is not by causing scenes, fighting the neighborhood, and all the kind of voice you may raise, as I see you still raising. But being kind and treating people right, that's how you become a hero to the people you love and care for.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Ms. Halima,
Yes, Your Honor.
I understand for one to marry a Muslim, you have to be a Muslim.
Yes, Your Honor.
And if not, you're obligated to convert to be a Muslim to be with one, like in marriage, yeah?
Yes.
So are we talking of Mr. Maina being a Muslim? Is Mr. Maina a Muslim as well?
No, Your Honor, I'm
He
not.
wasn't true to dini. Alikuwa endi hata kuswali, haendi msikitini, hadi mashehe wanakuja hadi nyumbani kumtafuta. Mwanaume kama huyu anafuatwa hadi na shehe wakati ana maana yoyote.
Your Honor.
He's not even talking to Ustad over some petty disagreement that they had.
Your Honor.
He doesn't respect even sheikh.
Your
What
Honor,
type of a man he is?
she's lying, Your Honor.
I'm not lying, Your Honor.
She is lying in front of the court, Your Honor.
Order, Mr. Maina, please, order. I understand it's a personal matter, but the allegations, are they true, Mr. Maina?
Your
that
Honor.
you're not longer like practicing the deen and you've...
Your Honor, they are all lies. You see, Your Honor, the so-called Ustad has been threatening me not to interact with fellow Muslims after madrasa. So I told him, Your Honor, that I have a right to speak to anyone that I feel like. He even told me that he'll banish me from the mosque. You know, when we couldn't agree on such a matter, he even went ahead and reported me to the sheikh.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
Who in
That's
turn
not true.
took me through some disciplinary measures I found very unreasonable. Your Honor, from that day on, I decided to quit the religion and go back to my roots.
Go back to your roots. When you say when you talk about going back to your roots, does it mean going back to Christianity?
Yes,
Or
Your
to
Honor.
traditional worship?
No, to Christianity, Your
To
Honor.
Christianity.
Yes, Your Honor.
So after converting to Islam simply because you wanted to marry her, was
Yes.
not for the faith, you just did it for love.
Yes, you know, she meant the world to me back then.
Oh, so now I don't mean the whole world to you.
No, you don't. You're no longer the young, nice Halima I met 4 years
And
ago.
are you the man who was working?
You have turned out to be something else. You
What?
keep disrespecting me and treating me like trash,
Ah,
even in
it's
front of
because
our
I have
son.
money, my friend.
Let me tell
money
you.
talks.
You treat me like this just
Pesa
because
inaongea mme wangu.
I
Kama
don't
una
have
pesa,
money
wewe sio
like I
kitu.
used to. Huh? Unadhani nitakaa hivi bila pesa milele? Let me tell you,
Ah,
pesa
iko wapi?
inarudi
Iko wapi?
and you'll have
Iko
nowhere to
wapi?
go.
Iko wapi hiyo pesa?
Your Honor,
Order.
Your Honor, this is just
Order,
melodrama
order.
she's causing
Eh.
here.
Order, please. Order.
Your Honor, she has been treating me like trash, even in front of our son. So, yeah, know it. You no longer mean the world to me.
So that's all you can say. Baada ya kulisha, kuvisha, kukuweka hadi kwa nyumba yangu. That's all you can say. After bearing with you all this while, after taking care of you in my own house.
Your what?
My
Mr. Lima,
own house.
Mr. Lima,
Your house.
Mr. Lima,
So-
can you please be kind with your language? You're really belittling him and putting him down. Can you just be a little more kind? He was your man.
Your Honor, you know,
You married him.
Your Honor,
I don't think you're really saying the right thing. Watch out you don't say something you'd regret.
Your Honor, actually, I'm perplexed. So now, it's your house when I don't have a job, and when I used to have a job, it's our house. You never cease to amaze
So,
me.
Ms. Halima, sorry to cut you short, but we need to know this. Apart from the money part, whereby you accuse him of not providing, not finding a job, and he used to have one. For reasons he lost, I don't know. But apart from that, is there any other reason why you want to divorce him, why why you're unhappy with him?
Your
What are
reasons?
the reasons?
Yes, speak.
Your Honor, this man has been disrespecting me and my family members. Mtu mwenye
Don't
nimemweka kwa
forget, he's
nyumba
the
yangu.
very man who's been taking care of your child, and I believe he's been
So
taking
now
he
it's-
does it with a lot of love.
It's
Your
all,
Honor, I
it's
do
all about
understand
your
that.
family now. Eh?
Yes.
But that's not an excuse to justify the fact he has been disrespecting me and my family
So
members.
now it's all about
Yani
your
hana
family.
heshima kabisa.
Did I
kwa
marry
familia
your
yangu.
family in the first place? Did I marry your family?
Ukinioa mimi umeoa na familia yangu. Kwa hivyo inafaa uheshimu na
Did
hiyo.
I marry your family?
Kwa hiyo uko unatakaje?
Why
kuoa na
does
familia
matters
yangu?
of your family keep propping in our house?
They are my family. What do you expect? And it's my house indeed. Mi ndo nalipa rent.
Ms. Halima, I was about to ask you of the same. So I don't know much about the Quran and the Islam teaching, but with the Bible, the Christian way would be, when you marry him, you marry to be with him, for good, for worse. You become part and parcel of each other, right?
Yes,
if
yeah.
he's jobless, even if whatever the case will be, in health and in sickness, no matter how bad the situation is, you're supposed to stand in and stand up as a wife. I commend you've been trying your level best to support him even in finance. But then now you come and there's a package you come with called your family. Is it Islam or why is it now? What is it that your family is being disrespected of? And why are you so bitter about it? Explain, please.
Well,
Let me
Your
hear this.
Honor,
Yes.
I have
Doctor.
my brother here, the Ustad. He can explain it better how Maina has been grateful to us.
To you and your family, when you say us?
Yes,
Okay. So you say you are here with your brother, the Ustad?
exactly, Your Honor.
Okay. Is he willing to come forward as a witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, please.
I believe you are a Muslim, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's your name?
Ustad.
Ustad. Well, just place your hand here and repeat these words after me.
Yes, Your Honor.
I, Ustad,
I, Ustad,
do swear before this court
do swear before this court
that whatever I'm going to testify
that whatever I'm going to testify
is the plain truth
is the plain truth
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me, Allah.
So help me, Allah.
Good.
Ustad,
Yes, Your Honor.
how are you doing, sir?
Niko salama. Salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam. So you're here in support of your sister,
Yes, Your Honor.
and you're sure you're supporting your sister to go through with the divorce?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your sister complains of the husband here, that is your brother-in-law, being disrespectful to her and to the family as a whole.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your sister wants you to stand in and explain a little more to the court what's going on.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, shemeji yangu alipooa dadangu alikuja akawa kafiri miezi michache baadaye. Kisha akawa yalala na mfanyikazi wa dadangu. He became a drunkard and caused a sin. The caretaker came
Now,
and caused...
let me understand. To become a Muslim, you do something called Shahada. So he did the Shahada, he became a Muslim. Na punde si punde ushasema kawa kafiri, sasa eleza kawa kafiri kivipi?
alikuwa aendi msikitini, apigi swala, afuati masomo ya dini. Ndio maana nimekuambia
Sema hivyo.
he became a drunkard and caused a sin. The caretaker had to call me, and because he's my friend, I told him not to evict my sister. Nilipoenda kuona shemeji yangu anakuuliza kwa nini, shida ilikuwa nini, he started yelling at me, Your Honor.
And Ms. Halima, if I could ask, is it the same case you showed me the notice?
Yes, Your Honor.
So it was a one-time thing,
Yes, the same incident.
the same incident. Okay, but just continue then, yeah?
Your Honor, tulipoitwa
Yes.
kwa msikitini kwenda kuona shemeji yangu alikubali kila kitu na akasema kwamba hatarudia tendo hilo tena. Later that night, dadangu alimpigia simu akilia akisema kwamba alikuwa akashachapwa.
Mchapo na Maina?
Ndiyo, Your Honor.
Mr. Maina, you beat your wife. You laid your hands on your wife?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your
He
Honor, my mother raised me better than that. I'll never do such a thing. And listen to me, eh?
He
There's
did,
a
Your Honor.
difference between one raising his voice than raising his hand on you. What I did
And
was
guess
to raise
what?
my voice and not
And
my
guess
hand.
what? Mr. Minor, you don't raise your voice on her in this court.
Exactly.
Learn your manners and behave well. Don't do that again here. Ustad, tell me more.
That's all, Your Honor.
That's all you got.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Ustad. I think we appreciate you for that, and you may be seated.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Minor, so much said about you. What's all this?
Your Honor, like I said, I have done so many bad things in the past. But Your Honor, that doesn't abscond the fact that in the last few days, I've tried to be a good person as well. Your Honor, I've done so very many good things. Your Honor, because even...
Tell us a few of the good you've done, Mr. Minor.
Your Honor, it's because even the child,
alichokifanya hata
the
anastaka.
child that we are speaking about,
Pardon, come again, Mr. Alima. Don't interrupt. Let's hear from, yes?
I mean, Your Honor, I've done so many good things in the past.
That's why I'm anxious to hear the good you've done, Mr. Minor, because all I hear is accusations.
Your
Of
Honor,
course, say it. Stop stammering.
Alima!
because it's all because even the son that we are talking about
That's your son you're talking? Yeah?
is not my son. As in,
What do you mean he's not your son?
I am not the biological father of the child, Your Honor. But I've tried to love the child and take the child as if it's my
Wait
own.
a minute, Mr. Minor. The child you take care of, you spend all your time with, and even don't go look for a job because of him, is not your child?
Yes, Your Honor. But I love him like he's my own child.
That is a very special side of you, I didn't know. However, explain to me, let me understand how you came to be the father, and even Ms. Alima here and the Ustad look surprised by the
You know, Your Honor,
statement.
few weeks to our marriage, Halima called me one day crying over the phone and told me that she wanted me to come over to her place and talk to her. She told me that she was pregnant, Your Honor, yet we had not in any way engaged in the act. She apologized for everything, Your Honor, and I took the blame because it was I who was hesitant to change my religion to Muslim, hence leading her to the other guy who wasn't willing to take responsibility, Your Honor. So I promised myself that I would take her and the child as if they were my own.
That's a different one. So you have to be a Muslim to be a Muslim. However, is that why you changed or converted into Islam?
Yes, that is it, Your Honor. I decided to take her in because I did not want the woman of my dreams to be a laughingstock, and after all, I loved her so much.
Is that true, Alima?
Yes, Your Honor, it's true. But that's not an excuse to justify the fact that he has been sitting at home doing nothing and disrespecting me and my family members.
Your Honor, as for the disrespecting part, I think it's her family that were never thankful to me in the first place.
Thankful for what?
For taking the blame and the shame that would have befallen them had the Sheikh's daughter been
You
found
should
pregnant,
be
Your
thankful
Honor.
too for taking care of you.
Your Honor, the Sheikh, by the way, is a man I respect. He knew about the pregnancy all along. That is why when I agreed to marrying her, he rushed things so that people would not suspect anything, Your Honor.
That's not true, Your Honor. Everything was planned normally. Kila kitu kilienda sawa jinsi ilivyotakikana.
Kila kitu kilienda sawa, except for the fact that we had to do our wedding at night and on a weekday so that our relatives would find it hard to come by.
Kuna
Right?
shida gani na hilo?
Wewe huoni
Shida
shida yote?
Salima,
Wewe ni
you
wapi? Ulisikia wapi harusi zinafanywa usiku?
Harusi za Kiislamu
Ulisikia wapi?
zinafanywa hadi usiku.
Ulisikia wapi?
Order. Ms. Alima, you find no problem whatsoever with night wedding and on a weekday?
Yes, Your Honor. I don't see a problem in that.
Like I said, Your Honor, the Sheikh rushed us to get married. I did not have any problem with that, but later on, the brother, the Ustaf, was tasked to take me through the Sharia law and anything that pertains to the religion that is Islam. Everything, Your Honor, was going on smoothly until one day he started threatening me not to speak to any of the Muslims after madrasa for fear that I would expose the truth about the Sheikh's daughter. I don't know where they got that idea from, Your Honor.
That's not true, Your Honor. All he did, he wanted to bring shame to me and Sheikh.
Your Honor,
Alikuwa hana adabu. Yani aliona alikosa kazi ya kufanya, akaona na sisi naye atulete chini.
Your Honor, I mean I could never do anything of that sort. Halima's family are my family, and I cannot bring shame to my own family. That's unreasonable, Your Honor.
You can't be serious. That's what you've been doing.
Excuse me. Did you people ever try to talk things out as a family?
No, he didn't.
Yes, we did, Your Honor. But
We
I
did it, Your Honor.
got tired of the daily meetings that I kept being summoned at the Sheikh's house.
Your Honor, all he did was to tell us what to do. He wanted us to do what he feels like. Yani anataka tufanye vitu zenye anataka. Na sisi tukijaribu kufanya kivingine, anaona sisi tunamkosea heshima. Na wala sio hivyo.
Your Honor, what I did is I took a stand as a man in my own house.
Ha! Hello, taking a stand in your own house.
I had to.
Nyumba usiolipa rent.
If I don't take a stand in my own house, who will take a stand in my own house?
Are you paying the
My
rent?
brother-in-law, my
Are you
father-in-law.
the one paying the rent in that house?
Wewe.
Hiyo nyumba ni
Tuheshimiane,
yangu.
unasikia?
Kwa hiyo hata usihitaje.
I
Manake
said
huna mamlaka
I
yoyote.
had to take a stand in my own
Mr.
house.
Maina, all this pointing at
Nyanya.
her.
Hebu jiangalie
Hey,
jinsi
tafadhali
ulivyo.
heshima kwenye koti, tafadhali heshima kwenye koti. What do you mean the meetings? Wasema ulikuwa wasamoniwa meetings.
Your Honor, the daily meetings at the Sheikh's house, which were used to castigate me for losing my job, as if I chose that.
Yaani hata una haya kusema hivyo. Hebu jiangalie tu toka juu hadi chini. Jinsi ulivyo mwanaume kama wewe kuwekwa kwa nyumba na mwanamke, kulishwa, kuvishwa, kufanywa kila kitu.
Haya,
Umeweka
ngoja
nani?
subiri.
Si wewe
Lakini
ndio
hata
umeweka.
hivyo.
Umeweka nani?
Hey, order.
Umesema umeweka nani?
Alima.
Si ni wewe?
Alima, ndakitupa hii kesi yako nje ukiendelea hivi usikiza maneno. Na wewe pia. Sasa muulize, have you people tried to talk as a couple? Kama bibi na bwana mshaketi mkajaribu kuongea, mtafute suruhu kwa hii mambo yenu.
Your Honor,
Hajawahi.
for 2 weeks, I tried that once, Your Honor. And for 2 weeks, she went to bed in a pair of jeans and a jumper hood. All because I told her that the sheikh and the ustadh were getting into my nerves and I was considering quitting madrasa.
Your Honor.
Alima, is that true? Ulimnyima haki zake kwa kukataa kunini kwenda madrasa?
Ndio Your Honor. Analifahamu zaidi ya kwamba asipokuwa Muislamu kuna vitu hatopata kwangu.
So, Mr. Maina, after your wife decided to come to bed with in jeans and hoods, what choice did you make?
Your Honor, after 2 weeks without any activity, I had no option but to go back to madrasa, Your Honor.
But now you are here, you've already quit your madrasa, you've converted back to Christianity, and you want a divorce.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Maina, if you're giving custody of your son, what are the plans? How are you planning to support him? He's about to go to school, he needs education sooner or later. How do you expect to run your errands? And how are you planning to give him all the support and the care that Charles comes along with?
Okay, Your Honor. Your Honor,
Please.
this is a restaurant business I partnered with a colleague of mine to start a few months ago. That is where I've been sneaking to where my son, when my son is asleep, Your Honor.
That's not true, Your Honor.
It's
Wakati alipofutwa kazi hakuacha na ndururu.
It's the
Hakuacha hata na
Alima,
peni.
It's the
Alima,
truth, Your Honor.
order,
She knows
please.
nothing.
Order, can I even have a moment to look at the evidence given, please? Okay. Now hold that as the next bit. Right, so Mr. Maina, you did partner with a friend,
Yes, I did partner with a friend and
and Alima, you're saying your husband didn't have any money,
Yes, Your Honor.
so you don't expect him to have.
Your Honor, but that issue of not having any savings is a fallacy. It's a lie. Because I
It's
have
not
a
a
friend
lie,
of
Your
mine,
Honor.
I have a friend of mine, Nathan, with whom we teamed up to start the restaurant today.
I've seen the partnership is with Nathan, and you want to tell the court Nathan is in the office in the court today,
Yes, he wants to be a witness.
or he
in
wants
my
to come
case.
forward as a witness?
Yes.
Please.
Christian,
Yes, Christian.
just place your hand. Repeat these words after me. I, Nathan,
I, Nathan,
do swear before this court
do swear before this court
that whatever I'm going to testify
that whatever I'm going to testify
is the plain truth
is the plain truth
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Hello, Mr. Nathan.
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
And so according to Mr. Miner here, you two have partnered to open up a business venture like a restaurant?
Yeah, we were partners after we have been, we lost our jobs. We decided to do something. So we were partners.
Did you two used to work together?
Yeah, we used to work together.
And you got fired on the same day?
Yeah, we got
If
fired
let
the
me
same
ask
day.
why did you lose your job? Why were you fired?
It's a long story, Your Honor.
I've got time to listen.
There are these people that we used to be with them, so we had this client, and they used to give us some money. So the company thought we were being bribed, and that's how slowly by slowly we lost our job.
But it was not a bribe?
It was not a bribe.
Or it was like a tip for appreciation or something?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, that one I can understand. Okay. And so you were workmates and you lost your jobs, and after that you decided to go into business together?
Yeah, after we lost our jobs, we decided to do something with Maina. So we planned, we had our savings, so we decided to open a business. Yeah.
So, Mr. Maina
Yes, Your Honor.
and Mr. Nathan here, I want to ask you a question, and I want you people answer it in unison, like together at the same time. We good?
Yes,
Good.
Give me the answer. What's the name of the restaurant?
Nathama Restaurant.
Okay. So it sounds like it came from the name Nathan in.
Yeah, deriving from my name, Nathan and Maina.
Yes, of course. Nathan and Maina. Nathama. Yes, Your Honor. Nathama Restaurant.
I don't need so much explanation. I've got it. Anything else you wish to talk on that?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Yeah, do you have documents to certify that?
Oh,
you
yes,
share
Your Honor. I have
Of course,
documents to
he
support
has,
my...
he has the
Mr. Maina.
certificate.
Yes,
Hold
I have
that.
a certificate here for our restaurant.
There's a certificate of compliance.
Yes.
He has the...
Mr. Miner,
I know he even brought the certificate of...
Mr. Miner, you push too hard, I'll void your evidence. Watch out. Anything else, Mr. Nathan, you'd like to bring
Nothing
forth?
else, Your Honor.
You're good with that?
I'm good with that.
May I take your leave?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Miner,
Yes, Your
after
Honor.
all, it seems you're not struggling that much financially as your wife thought you were.
Of course, but do I say?
Why did you keep it a secret from your wife?
Your Honor, you know, I had to keep it a secret because the last time I tried approaching her and telling her about the prospect of starting a business, she could not hear anything of it. All she thought was that I wanted a loan. She retired to bed without even discussing the idea.
Is it true, Mrs. Halima, you didn't want to hear about your husband's interest, yet you knew that he's just lost a job?
Yes,
His
Your
job?
Honor. It's true. But the reason why I didn't want to hear about the business, ilikuwa tu maongelezi yenye akuwa anajaribu eti kunibembeleza venye nilimpata akimkisa husband wangu. So singekuwa na time ya kusikiza ujinga kama huo.
Same old
So it
story.
happened almost at the same time.
She's
Exactly.
going back to the same old story.
Okay. Mr. Maina,
Yes, Your Honor.
the restaurant from the papers I see here puts it that you get a profit of about 4,500, roughly.
Yes, Your Honor.
That would be about 135,000 per month.
Yes, 135,000 Kenya shillings per month.
And how is the share? How is the sharing between you and Mr. Nathan?
We have agreed on a 40-60 at the moment, but when I get back to helping at the hotel, the shares will stand at around 55-45.
Oh, Mr. Minor, so when you come to the said shares of 45 and 55, what will be your cut?
I have the larger percentage, Your Honor.
That is 55%.
Yes, 55%.
Oh, okay, so
Yes.
that will be like 55% of 135.
1,000.
Excuse me, if you don't mind,
Yes,
can you do the calculation for us, please?
yes, Your Honor.
So it's a 55%.
55%.
So you say the share is,
Mr. Minor, please. So it's a 55% of 135.
1,000.
yeah, I got the answer.
Yes, bring forth.
74,250. Wow. So, Mr. Maina, you'll have a whopping 74,250 shillings.
But do I say?
Kenyan money.
Do I say?
So, Mr. Minor, you'll be earning yourself a good 74,250,000 per month.
Yes, Your Honor. And I think the
Quite a
price,
figure, quite a figure.
yeah, it might go up the time I start assisting at the restaurant because I know business will be booming. Yes, Your Honor.
And how do you how do you intend to live with your son or spend time with your son if you're given the custody? And yet you say you have a new spot which I hear you got intentions to spend time there to make better money.
Your Honor, you see, unlike my ex here, I have employees, Your Honor. I have employees who will be making it early to the joint so that I won't need to be there early. I will have all the time in the morning to prepare my son, and the same will happen in the evening. I'll have all the time to pick him back again from school.
Yani hiyo ndoto naota.
Mrs. Salima, really burning to talk. I'll give you the chance now. So I understand you got a stable job, as Mr. Minor put it.
Yes,
And from what it sounds like, you can take care of your son
Yes, Your Honor.
financially and in all needs.
Yes, Your Honor.
How many hours do you work in a day?
8 hours, Your Honor.
8 hours, like that is from what time to what time?
From 8 a.m.
8 a.m. in the morning, that's a report time, yes?
Yeah,
Okay.
to 4 p.m.
To
4 p.m.
4 in the evening. Okay. And what time do you usually leave the house? Or
Normally, I do leave at 7 a.m., then I come back in the evening at 6 p.m.
She comes back at 7 p.m., Your Honor.
That's
She's
because
lying.
I don't want coming home to you.
so, if you would come straight home after work,
Yes, Your Honor.
you would be arriving home at about 6 o'clock.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And Mrs. Salima, tell me, take me through your preparation in the morning. How long does it take you?
Well,
How long?
I can't really say about that.
Just say it.
An
Just say
hour,
it.
maybe.
Mr. Minor, please. Yes, speak.
I can't really say about that. Maybe an hour will be enough.
1 hour for morning preparation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, that's about how much you take to prepare in the morning. So, how will you prepare your son for school and yet you're preparing yourself at the same time and you're expected at work at 8 o'clock?
Well, I'll just have to change my routine for the sake of my son. I'll wake up very early, prepare my son.
Earlier than you do now.
Exactly.
And
At 7 a.m., he's ready.
She can't
I take
make
him
it.
to school, then I come back, prepare myself.
She can't make it.
so you will wake up, you have to be at work at 8 o'clock,
Yes.
right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you wish to wake up your son, prepare him, take him to school, come back, prepare for work and go to work.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you trying to tell the court you wake up the baby at midnight to prepare to go to school?
No. You'll
Not
be waking up
exactly,
the
Your
baby
Honor.
at midnight.
Mr. Minor, let her talk. Yes?
Not exactly.
I'll
Your Honor.
engage you at your own time. Let her explain this. Yeah?
Mi ni mwanamke niko na pesa na ni mwanamke ninayejipenda na nampenda mtoto wangu. So if that it won't work, I'll simply hire a maid to take care of my son for school.
Yeah? That makes a little more sense than okay. And you don't think when you bring in a house help, it might steal the bond and the interest and the relation between you and your child?
Not exactly, Your Honor. I'll always be there for him. Nifanye naye homework, nimfundishe, sio kama hii kitu hii
Wewe.
yenye atakuwa ashughulikie mtoto.
Wewe.
I'll make sure
Lakini
that
si
I'm
alikuwa
always there
shina
for him.
mtoto, sasa ashikuwa shughulika na mtoto, usiende kazini kwa raha ukijua hakuna mtu baki na mtoto wako. Lakini hata kwa hiyo nikuulize, how are you doing with your son? Mko vipi? How do you rate your relationship with your son? Do you have a bond ama kuna tu yule mama ingia kitoka?
Well, I'm good with my son, 100%.
Out of 10.
10 of 10. 10 over 10, I mean. Nothing wrong with my son.
You don't
Mtoto
think you're
wangu
overrating
tunaelewana
it?
vizuri.
You don't think you're overrating that?
That's
No, I'm
overrated,
not.
Your Honor.
Mr.
It's my
Minor, you've
son,
been
of course.
burning to talk. I got you now. So, you want the custody of this child.
Yes, Your Honor.
And how much do you know of kids? What do you know of children?
Your Honor, for the last 9 months, I think I've learned so much about children. I know almost everything a mother knows about a child.
So, if you get divorced today and your son is either going to live with Mrs. Salima here or is going to live with you, and I mean, your son will be brought up by a single parent. Have you people thought about that yet?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah? So either you or Mrs. Salima is going to be with the child and your son will be brought up by a single parent. It doesn't disturb you, don't find the...
No, apparently it does not disturb me, Your Honor. But I think it will be better for my son to be raised by a single parent where there is love and affection than being raised by both parents surrounded by hate, disagreements, and all kind of fights, Your Honor.
Is he
And
your
Mrs.
son?
Salima, what do you think about that? You think that is a better way to raise a child?
Well, it's not Your Honor, but I believe that that's the right thing for my son. I'm a mother, and I know what I'm talking about.
Well,
And he's my son, in fact,
And I'm
not
also,
his.
I'm also a father. I know what I'm talking
excuse
about.
me. Now we got to settle this, and I should say, Mr. Minor, with the business and with the business, you will have a lot of time in your hand. You'll be flexible to wake up to your son, spend time with him in the morning. As you said, there are people to work for you.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I think that is quite conducive for a child. That would be very good for a child.
Of course.
However, if given the custody, if given the custody, how will you, with the relationship with your son, going to be? Or like, you have a business, you have him. Do you think you might neglect him? The business will take over more interest.
No, not necessarily, Your Honor. I think I'll find myself spending more time with the child.
Oh,
I
yeah?
will assist him with his homework and teach him how to be a responsible little man.
And how do you plan to teach him responsibility or responsible little man?
Your Honor, I'll of course want him to have siblings and teach him how to show love and affection to his young ones, Your Honor.
Angalia ili dume jinsi linavyoongea. You can't wait to marry, huh?
Oh, of course I can't wait to marry, with my age.
How long have you been married?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
How long have you been married?
Not long, Your Honor, only 13 years.
13 years. And do you have challenges in your marriage?
Of course, Your Honor, each and every marriage has its own fair share of disagreement, of course.
Congratulations. Keep up the good job.
Thank you. I'll continue.
Kelly, I've come to Kelly, you have come 3 years into joke. It's quite some time, and just considering the fact that you, as a man, you loved your wife so much that even you couldn't wait to marry her, even regardless to the fact that she was carrying another man's baby. I should commend you. I should say you're a man.
Thank you.
I won't overlook that. I will respect that and commend you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So how about you guys? We give these beautiful marriage one more go.
No,
Are
no,
we,
no, no.
we're going to get you a counselor. You'll be guided. You'll go, you'll do the Ustad thing, and you will like get to understand and know each other better.
No,
No,
Your
no,
Honor,
no, 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 no.
I can't accept.
No.
Yaani nimechoka naye.
I don't want. Sitarudi Misri.
Order
Nani
Mr.
mwenye
Minor, order Mr. Minor. If that's a go, I'll just say, for me here, you're divorced. But the final word or your certificate is held in the hands of the Qadi. You have to go to a Qadi court to finalize your divorce since you are married. It's called talaka. Since you are married in a Islam way. Mulifunga nika, lazima mtumie kwa njia ya Islamu kwa mwende kwa Qadi mkafanye talaka huko. So, now we'll have to look at the custody of the child. As the matter of the son, Mrs. Halima, you are the mother of the child, but in the few months that your ex-husband stayed with the child, I believe they've made a good bond, and it's not to be overlooked. I commend him to that, and not only that, it's important for the child to have a continuity in life, especially in relations. Not daddy today and another daddy tomorrow. That would not be so well. You have the financial ability to support your kid in all endeavors and interests. I commend, even for the few days you supported your husband when he was low. Although today in court you've really put him down, and well. But such is life. Just for the knowledge, are you planning to get remarried or something, Ms. Halima?
Well, Your Honor, I can't really talk about marriage right now. Nataka tu nikae na mtoto wangu nimlee. Sitaki tena stress kama ile niliyopata tena initokee.
So if given the sole custody of your child, you are not planning to get married?
Yes, Your Honor.
You don't think he needs a father figure or a male in the house?
Well, I'll always be there for her. I'll be his mother and father.
Okay, so as for Mr. Minor, you are not the biological father of the child,
Yes, Your Honor.
right? And under the Children's Act, that is in accordance to the law of the land, that is Kenya. That is in the chapter 141, okay, section 85 states that the custody of the child may be granted to the following persons. A parent applies with the consent of the parent. A guardian who applies with the consent of the parent, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you applied with the consent of Ms. Halima here, it would be possible for you to get custody. But today, I don't think that coming round, okay? The other one would be like Eve. And you have to be, in such a case, you have to be in the custody of the child for not less than 3 months, right? On the other case would be like, in the case of non-biological parents, may be awarded the custody if the court finds the biological parent is unfit, of which, from my simple assessment, I don't see Ms. Halima meeting that. She's not unfit. She is fit to be with her child. The court determines that living with the biological parent may be a danger or a risk to the child, is not the interest of the child. That might make the court settle for a foster parent to settle with the kid, or a step parent, as you would like to put it, if the court determines that the biological parents are not available, or they have deserted the child, or show no interest whatsoever towards the child, neglection, right? But in this case, Ms. Halima is the biological parent of the child. Mr. Minor, I see you got so much love for this child. But now you can only talk good to Miss Halima to keep the relation with the child. Away from that, it stands by law, Miss Halima has the sole custody of her son, 100%. And as for the divorce, as I said, you have to visit the Cathys. And for me, this case is adjourned.
All rise. Oh, well, you are free to move. If you want to move. So, this case
It will end in tears. It will end in tears.
It's okay.
It will
At
end in
last.
tears.
So,